Nearly had a heart attack about a minute ago when I was jacking this thing up, so I thought, let me get the camera out and just share exactly what's going on here. The reason why I was originally going to film this is I'm doing something, I don't know, to me it seems boring. I'm just changing a wheel stud. Because as you guys know, if you've been following this build, well, the 3-4 videos I've done, one wheel stud here is bad and one wheel stud here at the back is bad. So the car's running on 4 wheel nuts on the left side, the right side's totally fine. What we need to do is take this caliper off, take the disc off. I think the disc just falls off as soon as you take the caliper off. It's not held in like the GTI one, some floating caliper, but as you can see, Subaru has spider webs growing on the inside. Here's an old car. Nearly messed something up is I tried jacking up the car from the side. Because we're not working on that side, I thought I'd just be lazy and start jacking up the car from the sill here, but these sills aren't very strong. This car has had the sill repaired, but yeah, you don't want to put too much pressure over there. So the best way to jack one of these things up is at the front. I've showed you in the previous video, but no harm in doing it again. See a little brown kind of thing there, jack it up there, and then just put the stand on either sills, less stress on it, and lower the jack very carefully. The reason why these wheel studs are important is I do want to put this car in a dyno, so there is like a little health check before you put the car in a dyno. So the place that I may be going to, just want to get the car in like a semi good shape before I go ahead and do all that stuff. I am working on taking it to a place, but it's about an hour and a half drive, so just want to do as much as I can. The turbo inlet pipe has not been done either. I've got a few more hoses to change. We might actually do these ball joints over here. I actually got them in the shed. The previous owner gave it to me. Your best friend when you got an older car, trust me. Let me just get this off and we'll have a look at the situation on hand. That didn't really take very long. Just some 2 17mm bolts. They weren't too hard to take off. I wasn't too happy about the fact that they weren't really torqued on well, but they did snap, which is always a good sign considering it's a 20-year-old car. I mean, here's the hub. It isn't very complicated. We're going to knock this stud out. Comes with 4 parts from the factory on the front, which is quite cool. We'll have a look at the pads in a bit. The brakes do feel a bit mushy, I'm not going to lie, so tried sawing it off just to get an idea. So the front bit has already been sawed off, the damaged bit, but we are going to knock it out now and put a fresh one in. I just wanted to check the saw works. Alright, so 10 minutes later, studs out. Basically we just hit it with a hammer and it just came straight out. Nothing too complicated there. I thought there'd be something in the way here that would stop it and we'd have to cut it, but literally no, came out. So here's the new one, as you can see. Well, I'll move all the stuff out of the way. There's the old one. Obviously we did cut it slightly, so that's why it looks a bit shorter. Didn't cut it to get it out though, we just cut it just to try see if the cutter works on that. Right, so after a lot of headache, new wheel stud is in. I never had any washers at home, so it took a lot more work than I thought it would. Ended up using the old nasty wheel nuts and destroying 2 in the process. I had to kind of improvise and use the Crowfoot tools I bought a video ago and hook them like that, because I got the end bit kind of close around. Tried a spanner, it was just ruining the spanner instead, so I did this. They put one of these on like that, and then I'm not gonna lie, the hand tools weren't really doing it, so I ended up resulting to the impacted it and it went through. It looks to be all aligned. I think the rear is going to be a bit more of a headache because there's like the handbrake kind of plate behind it. Right folks, so moment of truth. A new wheel stud, the last wheel nut to go on. We're saving this. Looks like it's all good, all done. Time to go into that wheel now. Just a quick reminder though, if you are enjoying the video so far or you find it useful, do make sure you go down and hit subscribe. It does help a lot with the channel, and plenty more Subaru updates to come, and also GTI updates as well. Can't forget this little beast here. I know you guys are wanting the suspension and all that, but that is happening, I can assure you. So the rear's all jacked up, got the wheel off. I was initially just going to skip ahead and just leave the video at that, because this is the same kind of job we're doing. I know it's silly, the thing's got one messed up stud on both wheels, but I was just doing this, I thought it'd be cool to show you. I just took off the caliper bracket. The rear ones, they're a bit more like the GTI in terms of like the fact that they're split. The front ones are just one piece. These tiny brake pads though, it's just Look how small they are. The whole disc is barely even bigger than the little hub section in the middle. This is the one we're going to get out. There's that Sachs damper that I showed you guys a few videos ago. It does look fairly fresh considering how that's brown and then that's black. So yeah, I mean, it's all pretty clear under here. You can just identify stuff quite easily. Alright, so looks pretty manky as expected. We'll change all of this in a future video, get some fresh ones on. Rookie error, I forgot to turn the handbrake off. There's like a mechanism in there, so let's see if I can get it off. Yeah, there we go, it's coming off now. You realise it's got this whole, yeah, that's exactly what I was on about. This whole mechanism in there, so it's clamping over it, but I guess learning as I go along. Alright, so I think might need this 5mm Allen. The reason for that is this here, if I get a hammer and hit this out, there's no way for this to go back. On the front it was very easy, there's nothing there, you just whack this straight out. But what I'm thinking, don't know how correct I am on this, but it looks pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Put the 5mm there, Allen bolts, get them off, then maybe this plate comes forward, and then yeah, we can just whack this out, I guess, give it a go. Alright, so sometime later I did go have a break as well, but I came back. This was a bit more of a faff because I had to take the handbrake shoe off to get this plate to go back. I got the new stud in, same procedure, whacked it out with a hammer, the old one, here it is, with its disintegrate end bit. A little tip, used a bit of this, so multi-purpose grease. So it's like actual grease, is like some jelly looking kind of thing. It actually stays on there rather than say WD-40. But unfortunately by doing this, create another job. I don't know if it just looks really manky, but this handbrake shoe, all the springs and everything, I mean even that thing there is just like disintegrated when I pulled it apart. I'm thinking, whilst the car's looking like this, we might as well order a new handbrake shoe. Always more jobs when you've doing one. I'm just searching on eBay, so this is the first search result. I'm gonna fine tune it, but it's something like this. So if you look there, it's got the full kind of brackets, got loads of fresh springs. So that's probably going to be the plan. I mean, it looks like, yes, you look all of that. It's all like £26. Whilst the car's looking like that, it's worth doing. As we left off, that side's done, and I was waiting on these to arrive. So this is the other half, and then you got this other one there, and then there's like a spring that joins it together. A bunch of springs anyway. If you look at the difference in wear, so I'm guessing that was supposed to be full like that, and well, yeah, they are the same length. They look exactly the same, to be fair. One thing I do recommend, which is essential, is use lots of this brake cleaner around here and just clean it up. Get a brush as well. That brush is probably a bit too strong, but you can get a smaller one. You see me using the earlier videos. But yeah, let me just sort all of this out. Right, so we ran out of daylight again. Wasn't really making any progress on this yesterday, but that's because I was putting it in wrong. So I had this, got this new clip on. That's gonna go like that there, but then it sits on these kind of pins right through there and right through there. So weirdly enough, actually one was, the crow would shut up over there. There's actually missing one when I took it off anyway, so I only had this one here, but I've got a new one here. So there we go, 10 seconds later, all done. Believe it or not, I spent at least an hour trying to figure this out yesterday. Main issue was I had this the wrong way around. See, I've got it that way, so it's on the little spring. I was trying to push it in this way yesterday, so I was there trying to align that and hold it at the back, and yeah, it was just annoying, just a tiny little thing like that. It's just long. I can't wait to get that wheel back on. Right, handbrake's finally on, all fresh. Well, the shoe is anyway. Definitely one of the more difficult things I've done, for sure. It's just really fiddly and annoying, just trying to not get a spring flying in your face as well. But we have got the other side. Even though the other side we haven't really touched it, I'm going to do it anyway. It's good practice. No point doing one, that's a half-assed job. On the topic of doing something half-assed, I do want to show something about the primer kind of look thing here. Some people are under the impression that this car's just been like bodged together or something, or this is all filler. This is a magnetic sort of screw tray. There you go. Stuck right on there. No filler on there. No filler again. Sills. Still magnetic. Go all the way down here. Still done. And just for good measure here, still. I think that pretty much says it all really. So when I said this car only really needs paint, I did actually mean it. It's a really good buy, I think. Of course, we're going to find out if the engine's off diesel when we take it to a specialist. I was hoping to go get this looked at this week. If I get this done today, we should be able to. This video was supposed to be out ages ago as well. I just kept filming parts of it. That's why these videos are so cut up, because I film a bit one day, then it rains and a part doesn't come in. It's just project car life. Birmingham crime. More distractions. Right, so I've come across something that kind of makes sense. On the other side, we had 14 mils here for the little caliper, the main bit of the caliper where the pot is. And we had 14 mils holding the bracket on as well, but on this side, 14 mil too small. So it makes sense that the caliper bracket would have a bigger sized bolt on it. I was in two minds of whether to show in this side again, but it's good to anyway, because it shows that cars can have different bolts on each side, especially when they're sold, just put together with whatever the person who was working on it previously had in their workshop, clearly. Right folks, so on this side we haven't got to worry about doing any studs, so we're all right there. But here's the old handbrake shoe. The handbrake does seem to work fine, but because I've already got the kit, I might as well do it. Alright folks, I had to sit down for this one. Turns out the handbrake didn't work. Once I put it back together, tried it, and I realised the adjusters were wrong. Oh, it was just a complete headache. I've been here for like hours, so I had to take it off, test it again, tried one at a time, and then finally both sides are on again, and the springs are just crazy. I got no energy left, but yeah, it's off the stands now. We're literally gonna go see if the handbrake works. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna call it a day. But yep, let's do it. Handbrake's off, so it is moving. There are chocks over there, so now for the big moment. That's on. Put the camera there, you can see. Got a bit of play in it. Alright, so I'm just going to leave it there for a bit. Let's just head inside. Right, we'll need to get checked out. I've tried what I can, so yeah, there's probably some adjusting on the tensioner or whatever there is, but we are going to be visiting a few places. Make sure you are subscribed for all of that. Like the video as well if you did enjoy it. It's been ages. I've split this video up so many times. Finally just going to get it done and out there. But yeah guys, I'll see you in the next video. Yep, that doesn't really do much. At least the brakes work.